All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the New England Patriots in tonight's video. A couple of minutes ago, you guys just finished your second preseason game and 14-13 loss. Obviously, no one cares about the outcome of this football game. Folks, Drake Maye, to me, is the dude. I mean, it's not even close. This is the dude. Now, I get it. It's a preseason football game. He's not even going against the, Eagles starters, but I don't really care. And if you didn't watch this game, I'm going to try my best to just kind of outline what we saw today because, if you missed this game, because it's a preseason game, it's Thursday night, let's be real here. Drake Maye, 6 of 11, 47 yards. Folks, technically, that's only 4.3 yards per completion. He had 4 rushes for 15 yards, including a touchdown. But that was a beautiful drive. And I just want to say, if you didn't watch this game, if you didn't catch this game, don't be alarmed with Drake Maye's statistics or box score by any means, because he looked really freaking good, in my opinion. What was weird is in your first preseason game a week ago, we didn't see Drake Maye. We saw him play one freaking possession. Like the dude went, 2 out of 3 for 19 yards. One of those was a screen. We just barely saw Drake Maye. Well, today we saw him play, the entire third quarter? Folks, the stat line is much worse than what we saw, and it's, obviously not like a terrible stat line, all things considered. It's not like he played a whole half or anything like that. But welcome back to the channel. We're clearly talking about the New England Patriots in tonight's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. If you guys want more Pats videos, let me know down below. But in the meantime, if we could try and get this video to 100 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. I want to say really quickly before we get into tonight's preseason game and the New England Patriots in general, I think this team is there. Here's the thing, and by the way, you guys just traded Matthew Judon for a freaking bag of chips, 3rd round draft pick. But then again, I also saw some Falcons fans upset with that trade. Didn't really make much sense to me. From a Packers fan perspective, I don't care that there's contract issues going on, but once again, I'm not a GM, so what the hell do I know? But Judon for a 3rd round pick, I mean, that's some BS. But anyways, neither here nor there. The Patriots are an extremely young team. And obviously, this is a completely new culture. This is a completely new system because you're in your first year without Bill Belichick. First year since 1999, folks. That was the year I was born. Like, oh my God, I'm getting old. New England just traded established pass rusher Matthew Judon to the Atlanta Falcons, and the offense will struggle. The offense will suffer at times, like every rookie quarterback goes through. And yes, even if your name's CJ Stroud, CJ had plenty of, disappointing games last season. But my point just stands. What I saw tonight is that Drake Maye will eventually be the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots at some point in this season. Now, once again, it's preseason, so we have to take all of this with a grain of salt. But just for some context, Jacoby Brissett, your starting quarterback on paper, 3 of 7, 17 yards, and an interception. Jacoby played absolutely horrid. And I get it. It's just like, folks, it's just such a young football team. There's a lot of question marks, whether it's the offensive line, the quarterback, the wide receiver room. There's so many question marks all around. So when I'm sitting here talking about the New England Patriots, I don't care what your record is this upcoming season. Now, what I will just say, now that we're on the topic, I was watching The Herd today, Colin Cowherd, and I think he said, by far, the Patriots are the worst team in the NFL. Judon or no Judon, I don't think this defense is capable of not winning a couple of games, or at least putting your guys' team in a position to win a couple of games. I was reading an article on Bleacher Report, and they put your predicted record at 3-14. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the New England Patriots will win at least 5 football games this upcoming season. I get it. You got to deal with Miami. You got to deal with Buffalo. It's a not fun division. But at the same time, I don't see them winning 3 football games, all right? But the only thing I care about is my quarterback of the future. And hopefully for you guys, that's Drake Maye. Folks, what I saw from Drake Maye tonight, and it's hard to explain it because, once again, we barely saw Drake Maye play any football 1 week ago. 6 of 11, 47 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and about 20 yards rushing with a touchdown. but he led a play or a possession, I should say. It was like 8 plays, 9 plays, 50 yards, 4 minutes and 8 seconds, something like that. He looked really good. All right. And what I mean by really good is he threw a deep ball. You'll see this. You probably already seen this, whether you watched the game or you're checking Twitter. He threw a deep shot to Judon Baker and he dropped it. It was 3rd and 10. I think that was 2 plays before that. Drake Maye in the center fumbled. I tried to watch that clip for like a minute straight. I could not figure out who that was on, but either way, you just can't have fumbles like that. Whether it's on the center, whether it's on the quarterback, it really doesn't matter. You can't have fumbles like that, even though they recovered it. That's momentum killers. You're losing a couple of yards. It's pretty much like having, 4 or minus 4 yard rush. Like it just can't happen. That was the only bad thing I saw from Drake Maye today. His deep ball to Judon Baker was in his hands. And I remember my entire life playing backyard football with my cousins, and my uncle would always say, if the ball hits your hand, you got to catch it. But this was like just stratospheres different. Judon Baker should have caught that football, and that was like a 40-yard deep bomb. But that play in and of itself definitely proved to me that Drake Maye will be starting sooner rather than later, and that has nothing to do with Jacoby Brissett. I get it that the Patriots offensive line, it's not that good. It's inconsistent. There's a lot of question marks, and you're relying on a lot of young cats to step up and be solid right away. So I get it. If Drake Maye doesn't start week 1, I get it, because you need to protect him. He needs to be protected. And if he's taking a bunch of hits, if he's taking a bunch of sacks, we don't need that, because the Patriots aren't going to win the Super Bowl this upcoming season. And I think every Patriots fan isn't going to take offense to that. My point just is, I look at this Patriots offense specifically, and I see a lot of potential dogs. Judon Baker, folks, this was an Alabama recruit, and he ended up transferring to UCF. Last season, 52 catches, 1,100 yards, over 1,100 yards, 7 total touchdowns. Guys, Judon Baker averaged 22 yards per catch last season. Jalen Polk, last season, 69 catches, almost 1,200 yards at Washington. 9 total touchdowns, averaged 17 yards per catch. There's question marks people have with your wide receiver room, and I agree. But I'm looking at Jalen Polk. I'm looking at Kendrick Bourne's consistent. He's solid once he gets healthy. Demario Douglas, there's a lot of intrigue there. Jalen Reagor, KJ Osborne, Judon Baker, and then it does get a little bit deeper. And I didn't want to talk about guys like Kayshon Boutte and Tyquan Thornton because I'm still so hopeful for these cats. But I'm telling you, if you watch tonight's game, go check out the highlights. Go try and watch every play from Drake Maye. I'm telling you, there's something there. And he's going to be starting sooner rather than later. I have to hiccup, so hit that like button, hit that sub button, and guys, let me know, is Drake Maye going to be starting week 1? Let me know your thoughts from tonight's game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.